Keeping up with the motto, let learning be a joy and teaching a pleasure. Here we are with remote teaching and learning process to bridge the gap. Happy learning, students. Subject I.C.T. Topic Creating a table in HTML. Standard 8. Kriti Chauhan. In the last video, we have learned about nested list in the HTML. Today we are going to start with the new topic, creating a table in HTML. Now the first question that comes to our mind is, what is a table? Table is nothing but arranging a data in row and column format. The table is, we use this table to represent a data in an organized and systematic manner in which the user can read and interpret the data easily. So in our HTML, we use data table to arrange data in row and columns, and these datas are in systematic arrangement that help us in read and interpret data easily. On web page, we can present data in a tabular format that includes text, image and links. There are basic table tags. Now what are basic table tags? Now those tags that help us to create a table in HTML. Now there are total 5 tag that we have to remember while creating a table in HTML. The first and the most important tag is table tag. You can see the screen. On the screen, the tag format is open table tag and close table tag, and these tags are used to indicate that on HTML there is a table. These table tags generally help us to create a table which tells the browser that these data are in a tabular format. Second is table row. The tag here is tr, open tr tag and close tr tag. Description. Now the description is, these tr tag is used to add horizontal row in a cell. Then the next is table data. Table data, the tag is open td tag and close td tag. These tags are used to represent an individual cell in a table row. Next is header cell, that is th tag and close th tag. This tag is used to add a heading for a row or a column. Next is table caption or heading. The tag is open caption tag and close caption tag. It is used to add title for the table. Now these tags are helpful while creating a table. Now let us see the example. Now in this example, you can see the table where each row represents the data, that is a time slot. The first row is the time slot from 9 to 11. The second is 11 to 1:30. The next is 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock, and the last is 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock. And the rows here represents the time slot and the column represents the day. So the first column is month, second column is Tuesday, third column is Wednesday, fourth column is Thursday, and the last column is Friday. Now we have to construct this table in an HTML using the above basic tags. Now in this program we are going to construct this table in HTML. Now, how to start the construction of table in HTML? Before we are going to learn this, because we will understand this before we start with actual HTML code writing. The first thing you should always remember is we always start with the row, and inside the row we will construct a columns, and what the column includes, which data is included in the cell, we will write. So here in the row 1, this is our row 1. In this row 1, the first column, first cell, the data is empty. That means this cell will not contain any data. Then in the first row, second column, the cell contains word Monday. So that means in the second column, the cell will have the value Monday. Then the same way we will construct in the first row, third column, the value will be Tuesday. For first row, fourth column, the value is Wednesday. Same way, fifth column is Thursday, and Friday, the last column. Now this is about the first row, but can you see the first row signifies the heading of the column? That means the first column has the heading Monday. So here in the first row, this will be the heading of the second column. This Tuesday is the heading of the third column. So we will learn how to add the heading to the table. Then once the first row is designed, we will go to the next row, that is row number 2. In the row number 2, the first cell contains the time slot between 9 to 11, and the value in the second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth column are closed or open. The same way in the third row, the first cell consists the timing from 11 to 1 o'clock with, and the second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth column has the value open, open, closed, closed and closed. Similarly, the fourth and the fifth column rows we will construct. Now how to construct this entire table? So we will learn this in the coding part. So the first thing, we will go to the notepad. We will construct the basic HTML structure. In the HTML structure, we will start with the table. So the first tag we will include is table tag. Now I will also close the table tag simultaneously. Now inside the table tag, the first thing I will construct is the caption. That will be my table title. That will be the heading. What will be the heading we will display? We will display deliveries slot, time slot. So I'm going to write here is delivery time slot. Then I will close my caption. So I am closing my caption. Now I will start with the construction of row. So the first thing I will use is tr tag. Tr tag means table row. In tr tag, I am going to add, now one column I will add, but as we have discussed in the first row, It consists of the table column heading. So we will use as table header TH. The first slot is empty because as you can see here, my first slot is empty. Then I'm going to close my TH tab. Then I'm the same way, second column, the value is Monday. Close the table header. Then same way TH, Tuesday. I'm going to close my table header. Wednesday. Then the next Thursday. Now this is the last column, Friday. Now once the entire column is constructed, entire cell, then I am going to close my row. So my first row is being constructed. So remember, the first thing we construct is the table tag. The next is the caption, that is the title of the table, or you can say the heading for the table. Then we will construct row wise. We will construct our table row wise, and each row has multiple of columns. So the first row, there are 6 columns. First, and the first row is the heading. First row includes column heading, so we are using TH. Now the second row, we have the value of those heading. So the first thing, we will start with TR. Now we are not going to use TH, we are going to use TD, that is table data. So what is the first time written here? What is the first? Closed, open, open, closed, closed. So first is closed. Then close the table data. Then we will construct our next table data, that is open. Close the table data. Again there is open. Close the table data. Then there is closed. Close the table data. Now I am going to close my row because let's see what is missing. Okay, so my second row, the first cell consists the time slot. So here I am going to add time slot TD 09 colon 0 dash 11 colon 00. So the first thing is we have time slot. Now can you see the difference between the first row and the second row? The first row is nothing but the first row contains the header. The first cell is empty. We write down the time means here for the better understanding, we write down the timing here. I'll write the in here also. Timing Monday. So the timing is what? 9 to 11 o'clock. 9 to 11 o'clock in the morning. Then Monday, the slot is closed. Tuesday, my slot is open. Wednesday, slot is open. Thursday, slot is closed, and Friday, slot is closed. So the number of columns we have constructed in the first row is 6. So we have to construct the same number of columns for the remaining rows. So this is my first. I'll just copy down the entire TR here. Now my time slot will be 11 to 1 p.m. 11 in the morning to 1 p.m. So what are the time slot? Open, open, closed, closed, closed. So open, open and closed. Now same thing I am going to copy down at the next third row. Now here the time slot will be 1 p.m. to 15 p.m. Is it? Yes, 1 p.m. to 15. So time slot is open, 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 closed, closed, closed. So open, open, open. Open. Now again I'll copy this. Now here my time slot will be 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. And what will be the time slot? Closed, 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 and last two is open. So closed, closed, and the last two slot is open, that is open and open. Now this is the entire table we have constructed. Let me repeat the entire table. How to do? See, this is my open table tag. Inside that I have created the caption. Caption is nothing but the table heading. This is the open caption and this is the closed caption. Now below the caption we start with the first row. In the first row there are 6 columns, and those 6 columns are the heading of the table, heading of the columns. So the first column we have the heading timing, second is Monday, third is Tuesday, fourth is Wednesday, fifth is Thursday, and sixth is Friday. Now how many columns we have constructed here in the first row? That many columns we need to construct for the next remaining rows. And there are 3 more rows, which we have 4 more rows we have constructed, each with the 6 columns, and each column has the cell value. So how many rows we have? That many open TR and closed TR tags are there. So there are around 5 columns, 5 rows. Same way there are open and closed TR tag. There are total 5 open and closed TR tag in the entire table construction, and each row has 6 columns with the cell values. So the same way we have each row contains 6 columns The first column has the table heading and the remaining column has the table data. I hope students you understood about the construction of the table in the HTML. Now let us save the file and let's see how the outcome of the HTML will be. So we are going to save the file. I'll first select the location. I'm going to write here table HTML. Students, this thing I'm not going to repeat again because we have learned in starting of the chapters of HTML how to construct our HTML page. Now I'm going to save the file. Now next step will be I'm going to execute my HTML file. So this is my table HTML. I'm going to double click over the file. Let it get execution. Now once it will be executed, you will see the entire table, and these table, see the first one is the table slot, delivery time slot, which represent the table heading, timing, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. These are the table headings, and the remaining column has the cell values starting from the first column to the last column. These are called the cell values, these are called the table headings, these are called the values. First row, these are table datas, each of these are the table datas, and each table data comes inside the table rows. So can you see the outcome of your table, how the data will appear on the web browser? Now the only difference is each table has the border. To understand these borders, we need to understand the attributes in the HTML. So attributes of the table in the HTML that will help us to create the table as it looks here on this slide. So once we will learn the attribute, then we will able to construct the table as it is shown on the screen.